An old district foe to go up against tonight. It's going to be Carthage against the Center Rough Riders. Center of the district opponent that we've had for many years, but not this year. Center is coached by Robert Ellis. We'll talk a little bit more about him a little bit later as we go along. The Bulldogs getting ready. They're in the field right now, getting ready to face the Rough Riders. Carthage is going to be in white pants, red jerseys, white numbers this afternoon. And the Center Rough Riders, white pants, purple jerseys, and gold numbers. There's a pitch to Easton Wolf, swung on and missed for strike one. 0-1 the count. On the mound for the Bulldogs is Cade Ross, junior right-hander. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one, slow roller down to the third baseman. River Leach has it, guns it over to first in time. So Wolf is out 5-3 on the second pitch of the ball game. 1 up, 1 down. Logan Horton, the starting pitcher for Center. Coming up now, this is game 4 on the second day of the first Scott Lee Invitational Tournament. The very first one. Scott's going to be honored tonight. That pitch is fouled back into the screen, strike one. He's going to be honored before the 7 o'clock game. In the 7 o'clock game, Carthage will be facing West Plains. Talk a little bit more about them as we go along. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball over the outside corner. It's now 0-2. West Plains definitely taking the trophy for coming the longest distance. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside. 1-2 the count. West Plains High School located just outside the city limits of Amarillo, Texas. Here's the 1-2. And it's ball 2. 2-2 the count now. Ross works from the first base side of the rubber into the windup, and there's the 2-2. This one is fouled off. Defensively for Carthage, again, Cade Ross pitching this afternoon. Behind the plate is junior Brooke Soap. Ross is a junior also. 2-2 pitch. This one is hit in the air and foul. That's going to make it now still a 2-2 count. At first base is Cade Moore, who went the distance last night in that victory for Carthage. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one hit in the air, left field. Left fielder going over to his left. He will not get this one. It's going to be up against the wall on 3 hops. Runner round second, and he's going to hold on there with a leadoff, or with a, with a one-out double, I should say. So Horton at second base as he hit that one to left center field. Bellin, the shortstop, comes up now with a runner at second and 1 out. We're in the top of the first. And so if you're in the area, you've got plenty of time to come out and watch certainly the big majority of this one. And then Carthage is going to be playing again in the last game of the night. Here's the pitch, and that one gets away from Soap. Breaking ball, and he could not stop it. So it bounced off of him all the way back to the screen. And advancing to third is Horton. So Horton with a double and then goes to third on the wild pitch. That one was way outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch outside. And the count now is 2-0. Now, I don't have the names of the umps, but I'm pretty certain. Here's the 2-0 pitch outside, ball 3. Just by looking at him, I'm pretty sure that the ump behind the plate is Pierce Pipak. Here's the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. I was very impressed with him last year. 3-1 the count now. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Strike, 3 call, got him. So Bellin is called out on strikes for out number 2 in the inning. Oh, no, pardon me. Yes, that was not a strikeout. Pardon me, I was off on the count. So he is now walked. I'll get it right here in a minute. My apologies. That was not strike 3 call. I was wrong on the count. So now first and third for center with 1 out. First and third for center with 1 out, and the cleanup hitter Atkinson is up. Center fielder. Ross from the stretch, and that one is outside. Soap has had to make several saves in this top half of the first inning on outside pitches to the right-handed batters. Carthage infield, Cade Moore is at first, Maddox Martinez at short. The second baseman, he's at second base. The shortstop is Sam Watson, and River Leach is over at third. And the outfield has Ryan Ezernak in left, Caden Ritter in center, and Blayton LeGrone in right. Runner goes from first, and the batter takes a strike. 1-1 the count. So now center with runners at second and third with 1 away, and that pitch is inside, and so the count now on Atkinson is 2-1. Ross not sharp here in the early going so far. Here's the 2-1. This one swung on and missed, but he did get Wolf on that second pitch of the ball game to grounder to third. 2-2 the count now on Atkinson. Here's the 2-2. This one hit in the air, foul, out of play, right side. Scott Lee, for whom this tournament is named, will be honored before the last game today. That game's scheduled to start at 7. It definitely will not start at 7. Here's the 2-2. This one is hit in the air to left center field. Center fielder Ritter going back. He is there and one-hands it for the second out of the inning, tagging at third. And coming in to score is Horton, and Bellin goes to third. So Atkinson flies to deep center field. Ritter making the catch, and Atkinson picks up an RBI. Horton tagging up and easily scoring after that fly out to center field. All right, this is Jaden Lane, the catcher, up now. Nice stop on another outside pitch. Nice stop by Soap. Here's the windup, the 1-0. Outside again, 2-0. Now, I'm not a pitching expert, but obviously something is amiss so far. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. He's had several pitches that have been outside to the right-handed batters and outside by a couple of feet. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside. 3-2. So Ross has given Soap a workout here in the top half of the first inning. Here's the 3-2 inside, and that hit the bat and then was caught by Soap. So it's a foul tip. And now Robert Ellis, the center coach, he's not for sure about that, and he wants Pierce Pipek, the home plate ump, to check with the base ump. Pierce Pipek called it a foul tip, which was caught by Soap, meaning that the batter is out. And Pierce Pipek has consulted with the base ump, and that call is going to stand. So 1 run for the center Rough Riders here in the top half of the first inning. Carthage coming to bat. Center up 1-0. We'll be back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
Start. Starting a new project? Kane Hardware and Lumber is right in your neighborhood, ready to help, because do it yourself doesn't mean do it alone. Locally managed and operated, they know your name. Walk in and they treat you like family. They're to celebrate life's biggest moments right alongside you. From your first home to your first grandbaby, they're all about relationships and community, not transactions. That's what makes them locally strong. Stop in at Kane Hardware and Lumber today, 224 South Shelby. Why would you shop anywhere else?
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
Buying your new, pre-owned, or custom-built vehicle should never be a stressful experience. And at Excel Ford, our staff works hard at ensuring your buying experience is always a relaxing, stress-free event. Whether it's a car, truck, SUV, or crossover, you are always welcome to browse at your pace or custom-build your vehicle at excelford.net. Excel Ford, right on the loop, right on the price.
Bottom of the first coming up. Carthage against Center. Game 4 of the second day of action in this first annual Scott Lee Invitational Tournament. Carthage and Center. They've been district opponents for a long time, but not this year. Carthage is in an 8-team district, so that means we will face the other seven teams, and we're going to face them 2 times each. So there'll be a total of 14 district ball games, and it starts Tuesday night. Now, next weekend, the Bulldogs are going to be in Jasper for the Jasper tournament. But Tuesday night starts district play. And then they go to Jasper, and then a week from Tuesday, they continue district play at Cumberland. So the first 2 district games are on the road. And then that's followed by 2 home district contest. All right, leading off for the Bulldogs now here in the bottom of the first is Maddox Martinez. Martinez, right-handed hitter, the second baseman for Carthage. On the mound for the Center Rough Riders, Logan Horton. Center again coached this year by Robert Ellis. There's a strike. Robert last year was at Bullard. That's the team that eliminated Carthage in the playoffs last year. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 call. Fastball over the outside corner. So Martinez quickly in the hole now, 0-2. Squares around the bunt, pulls the bat back, and this is a one-hopper right back to Horton. He runs halfway to first, underhand flip, and Martinez is out 1-3. 1 down, nobody on. Sam Watson comes up now. And I believe Watson will be the only left-handed hitter in the Carthage lineup tonight. Normally, we'd have 2 because Cale Preston is a left-handed hitter. That one's low, ball 1. But Cale playing in the Twisted 54 golf tournament in Longview today. They play 36 holes today. They started at 8 a.m. They play till noon, go eat lunch, get back out there, and a total of 36 holes, 18 tomorrow. 36 today is at Wood Hollow. The 18 tomorrow, I believe, is at Pinecrest Country Club. Here's the 2-0. This one, ground ball, right side, second baseman has it. Over to first in time. So 2 up and 2 down for the Bulldogs. Carthage defeated Liberty yesterday in the game that we broadcasted. Score in that one was 5-2, and they were leading New Diana last night late in the game, but New Diana came up with a big rally and won it 6-5. There's a strike. Second one-run loss of the year for the Bulldogs. They've lost 3 games, and 2 of them by 1 run, and both of them, those one-run losses were 6-5 defeats. Squirting, working in a hurry. 1-1 the count now on Brooks Soap, the catcher for the Bulldogs. Here's the 1-1 outside, and it's now 2-1. Brooks last night, 2 for 3, had an RBI. Batting in the 3-hole tonight. This one was hit to left center field. They will not get that one. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Soap rounding first. He's going to round second. He's going to try for third, and he'll get in there with a head-first slide. So Soap with a triple to left center field. We talked about the size of this ballpark last night. It's a big yard. It's a big high school yard. There's no doubt about that. And I was going to verify with Andy Dawson the length, the dimensions of the ballpark, and I failed to do it. Andy telling me before the game last night that he thinks down the line is 330. And then to straightaway center, 380. His pitch is hit foul. This is the cleanup hitter, River Leach. River, just a freshman, hitting cleanup tonight. He was in the 5-hole last night. Had a single. 1 for 3, struck out a couple of times. Here's the 0-1. Just missed outside. 1-1 the count. 380 to straightaway center is what Andy, I think, told me last year. That pitch is over the outside corner, and the count now is 1-2. He squares around like he's going to bump, pulls the bat back, and this one is popped up foul out of play. 1-2 the count now. Incidentally, Cade Ross threw 27 pitches in the top half of the inning. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 call, and that ends the inning. So Leach takes strike 3. Out looking, and for the Bulldogs, no runs. A hit. That was the 2-out triple, but we do not take advantage of it. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the top of 2, and the Center Rough Riders lead the Carthage Bulldogs 1-0 back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds, Josh.
Choosing the right health care provider can be a difficult task. Hope Community Medicine is here for you. Whether you need medical, OBGYN, or behavioral health services, it is our mission to provide access to high-quality health care regardless of your ability to pay. With 5 convenient locations in Carthage, Tenaha, Center, and St. Augustine to better serve your family. Hope Community Medicine, 903-690-8395.
Since 1980, Juicy's Hamburgers has been serving up the freshest, juiciest burgers in East Texas. At Juicy's, every bite is legendary. From our hand-ground beef to our crispy fries, golden onion rings, savory beans, and mouth-watering chicken fried steaks. Everything is made fresh to order. It's no wonder Juicy's has been voted best burger in East Texas for 40 years running. Juicy's Hamburgers, where tradition meets taste.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, top of 2 coming up, and the first pitch to the 6-hole hitter. This is Sutton Link for center. Is outside for ball 1. Center leading at 1-0 here. That's outside ball 2. Now remember, in the first inning, Ross to the right-handed hitters was wild outside. A lot of the pitches were wound up in the middle of the left-handed hitter's batter's box. 2-1 the count now on Link. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and foul back, and it goes to 2-2. Carthage will be facing West Plains. That's going to be a tough test coming up in the last game tonight. But first of all, we need to win this one. Here's a 2-2 pitch, hit right side in the air. Second baseman out, right fielder coming in, and the second baseman Martinez makes the play. So Link pops out to second. Gage Vadrine, the right fielder, coming up now. Vadrine, number 23. Oh, no, number 13 on his jersey, I believe is right. Okay. 13 is his number. Swing and a miss, strike one. Robert Ellis was a year at Panola College. That's outside, 1-1 the count. Played under Jackie Davis. In fact, the year that he played was the first year for Don Clinton to be the assistant coach. This one lined into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Left fielder Ezernak gets it back into the infield, so Vadrine is on first with a one-out single, and that'll bring up the DH, Caden Nutt. Nutt, right-handed hitter. Open stance up there at the plate. Ross working from the stretch. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside, throw to second, and he is in there. Soap off balance when he threw it. He had to dive to catch the pitch and was not able to steady himself and get a lot behind it. The throw made it to second, but not with the velocity that he would like to have on it. So 1-0 the count now on Vadrine. On Nutt. That pitch is outside, 2-0 now. Ross piling up the pitches here. He had 27 in the first inning. Now he's up to 37. And as a comparison, Horton for center only threw 15 in the first inning. Okay, Ross looks down to Soap to get the sign. Looks back at second. To the plate. Swing and a miss, a high fastball. And the count now is 2-1. Again, the Carthage infield. You've got Ross on the mound. Brooks Soap behind the plate. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Cade Moore, who threw the perfect game not the perfect game, complete game last night, complete game victory over Liberty, is at first base. Maddox Martinez at second. Sam Watson's the shortstop. Here's the 3-1. Strike two call. Off-speed pitch there. And River Leach, the freshman, is at third. Ezernak in left field. Caden Ritter in center. And Blayton Legrone is in right. Here's a big 3-2 pitch. Strike three call, got him. Boy, he froze him there like a Swanson's TV dinner. And Nutt is out number 2. Trenton Stockwell, the batter now coming up. Left-handed hitter. Boy, Nutt just froze at the plate. Off-speed pitch, breaking ball. Right down the middle. Nutt with an open stance up at the plate. Here's the pitch to him. This one hit into right field for a base hit. The runner on second is going to be waved around third. Here comes a throw to the plate, and he is going to be safe at the plate. It hits the runner, bounces away from Soap, and the batter takes second base. So a single by Wolf. So he picks up an RBI. They had a chance to get him at the plate. An aggressive move there by Robert Ellis, the third base coach. If the throw was on the money, he would have been out. But it was wide on the third base, up the third baseline. All right, here's the pitch. That's the line off the glove of Leach. He picks it up, throws to first. Not in time to get him. That one was headed toward left field off the glove of Leach. And so now there are runners at first and second. And the batter, this is a 3-hole hitter, Bellin. Breaking ball in there for a strike. So Center now up 2-0. Vidrine scoring this inning on the RBI single by Wolf. This pitch is popped up foul, out of play right side. So the Bulldogs are going to have to come from behind here in this one. But we've got a long way to go. It's only the top half of the second inning. Of course, when you've got an hour and 45-minute time limit, you're not guaranteed of 7 innings. Breaking ball, one hopper, and that one is caught by Watson going to his left. He steps on the bag for the force out there on Horton. So Horton is out 6 unassisted for out number 3, and Bellin reaches first on the fielder's choice. So now Center leads it by a score of 2-0 as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Back after this 90-second break.
Conditioning and electrical.
Is Spider-Man there?
Well, I don't know where you can find Spider-Man.
Don't you always have something for everyone?
Well, we can help everyone with heating, cooling, and electrical repair needs. We install new systems and whole home generators, too. We don't know where any superheroes are, but we always have super prices.
Super prices? I never heard of that, superhero.
Since 1974, we've got something for everyone. Hal's Air Conditioning and Electrical. Call 903-693-7451.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks, as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
Our lot is busting at the seam with new and pre-owned inventory. Hello, East Texas. Ford Blackwell here with Pippin Motor Company. New Chevrolets, Buicks, GMCs, and the nicest pre-owned vehicles around, all discounted and priced aggressively, ready for a new home in your garage. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle today at Pippin Motor Company, just across from Panola College or on the web at PippinMotorCompany.com.
Larry Allen back here at Bulldog Park along with Thomas Powell. Thomas is the one that's responsible for the video. And incidentally, if you're listening to this on 1590 AM, I believe we're on the AM tonight instead of 104.3 FM. And the reason for that is we want the Eagles basketball game, the Tatum Eagles basketball game in the regional finals. We want that to be on the FM station tonight. Tell you what, the Eagles got a good shot at going to the state tournament. Let's hope that they make it. Got to get past this championship game tonight. Okay, the Bulldogs up for their second at bat, and it's a high pitch to Cade Moore. Moore, the first baseman tonight. Complete game victory last night on the mound for Cade Moore. This pitch is grounded on the left side. Third baseman has it on the third hop. Throw to first in time. So Moore is out 5-3 on the second pitch of the inning. And that'll bring up Ryan Ezernak. Now, Ezernak starting in left field. Normally the starter would be Cale Preston, but again, he's playing golf today. And I would for sure expect to see him here in time for the game following this one, and he may be here for part of this one. 36 holes. Here's a bunt. Horton has it. Overhand toss to first in time, so Ezernak out. 1-3. Caden Ritter coming up. Tell you what, he needs to take a couple of pitches, give Ross a chance to catch his breath in the dugout. 2 quick outs here for Carthage in the bottom of the second. Cal Preston and the golf team and a tournament in Longview. 36 holes today and 18 holes tomorrow. I think today is at Wood Hollow. Here's the 1-0. This one hit to left field. Left fielder going back. This ball is gone. That is the first varsity home run hit at this ballpark. First varsity home run hit at Bulldog Park by a Carthage player. How about that? Caden Ritter, who was batting in the 9-hole last night and had 2 hits, including a 2 RBI triple, takes one out of here. Ritter with a solo blast to make it a 2-1 ball game. Again, that is in the history of Bulldog Park, that's the first home run hit out by a varsity player. Now, a junior varsity player hit one out last year. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. That's Blayton Legrone up at the plate now. So 2 outs, nobody on, and it's a 2-1 ball game. This pitch lined back off the catcher's mask, I believe, into the screen. 0-2 the count now on Blayton Legrone. Caden Ritter with a solo homer. Here's the 0-2. High. 1-2. Way to go, Caden. And that pitch over the head of Legrone. Over his head. And all the way back to the screen on the fly. That one really got away from Horton. Legrone squares up as if he's going to bunt, pulls the bat back, and it's strike 3. So Legrone is out on strikes. So for the Bulldogs, 1 run, a hit. That was the solo homer by Caden Ritter, and nobody left. At the end of 2, it's center 2 and Carthage 1. Back for the top of 3 after this 90-second break.
Do you understand your current insurance coverage? Are you covered for all the things you need, or worse, things you no longer need? At Hudson Financial Group, we will assist you in maximizing and understanding your coverages. With access to multiple carriers, we can help you find the best coverage for the best price. Home, auto, farm, ranch, commercial, life insurance, and financial planning. Hudson Financial Group is your one-stop shop. Call us today, 903-693-7874. Hudson Financial Group, where insurance equals assurance.
Are you looking for something a little different? Well, you can find it at Carthage Furniture. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a Bulldog Red upright freezer. It's a 6 cubic foot, and it's yours for just $7.19. Or you can find a bubblegum pink 2-door refrigerator. It's a 9 cubic foot and only $7.99. Carthage Furniture equals free delivery, and Rosa and Lena speak Spanish.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help you with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowner's insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555, or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
All right, we go to the top of 3, a 2-1 ball game. Here's a little roller out in front of the plate. Soap up with it. Throws to first. Got him. Nice play by Brooke Soap. A little slow roller out in front of the plate. I'm going to guess, maybe 12 feet away from the plate and slightly toward first. And Soap hopped on it in a hurry and gunned him down at first. So the batter now is going to be Cody Atkinson. One out in the inning. That one's outside. 2-0 the count. This pitch is popped up foul down the third baseline. Leach over and runs out of room. Here's a 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Atkinson bailing out with that front foot there toward third. Hard to hit those outside pitches when you do that. 3-2 the count now on Atkinson. He has an open stance up at the plate. And when the pitch is delivered, that pitch is strike three called over the outside corner. That front foot tends to go toward third base, which again makes it really tough to hit the outside pitch. So there's a strikeout there, as he is called out on strikes. 2 down now in the top of 3. Jaden Lane, the batter, struck out swinging his first time up. I mentioned that Ritter was the first varsity Bulldog to hit one out of here. Last year, a JV player hit one out. That was Ralston Reed. That pitch is outside. 1-1 the count. And I don't think we had a visiting player hit one out last year. So that's just the second home run. Again, a big ballpark here. 330 down the lines. 2-1 the count now on Lane with 2 outs, nobody on. This pitch is popped up right side. Center fielder over to his left. That's Ritter, and he makes the catch. 2-handed grab for out number 3. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cade Ross as Lane flies out to center. And we go now to the bottom of 3. Center up 2-1. Back after this 90-second break.
Hello from the Hobby Horse. With spring fast approaching, we are excited to show our new outfits for spring and Easter. We have sizes 2T up to size 10, and we also have precious new baby clothes. In addition, there's new home decor for Easter, spring, and for the bride. Springtime is also wedding time, so don't forget about our bridal registry. We have our bridal selections available for you to peruse, and excellent service to help you with your selections. Visit the Hobby Horse today, right off the square in downtown Carthage.
When you need a set of tires, call Leo Graves at Graves Tires in Carthage. Their number, 903-693-4841. At Graves, you always save. They are located at 809 East Sabine in Carthage, which is right next door to the Dairy Queen. Now, whether you need a set of brand new name brand tires or you need a set of good quality used tires, you can find them at Graves, aligned and balanced and ready to go. And you will still have change in your pocket. That's at Graves Tire in Carthage.
This is Dorothy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soap. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
Bottom of 3 here at Bulldog Park. Center leading Carthage 2-1. And the Bulldogs in the bottom half of the third are going to lead off with the 9-hole hitter, Cade Ross. And then it's back to the top of the order in Maddox Martinez and Sam Watson. Again, if you've just joined us, the first Bulldog to hit one out of here, a home run by a Carthage varsity player in the second inning. Caden Ritter took it out to left field. And that's been the only run to the ball game so far for the Carthage Bulldogs. So Ross leading off now. Cade played first base last night. And this one fell back into the screen, and he was on twice. He was actually 0 for 2, reached on the fielder's choice and scored, walked and scored, then flied out to center. So 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Here's the windup, the 0-1. Strike 2 call. The game after this one will feature Carthage against West Plains. Here's the 0-2. This one, ground ball left side. Shortstop has it, bobbles it, now throws to first and safe at first base. Bobbled by the shortstop, and then Ross beats it out. So now with Ross on first and nobody out, Martinez is up. Bulldogs down by 1. And last night, John Goodwin showed us, that he doesn't mind going to the bunt. Some coaches don't like that. Scott Lee was one of them. There goes the runner. This pitch is hit to left field, or hit foul, I should say, out of play. I lost sight of that. I knew it was hit to the left side, but it went foul. So 0-1 on Martinez. He grounded back to the mound his first time up. Third baseman playing in on the grass. Actually, of course, it's not grass, it is turf. Beautiful field here at Bulldog Park. Throw to first, runner back in again. Left fielder is the deepest of their 3 outfielders. There's a strike. 0-2 the count now. Throw to first, and that's the closest one so far. Ross back in there. That looked a little scary right there. Here's the pitch high. 1-2 now. Boy, Cade Moore last night. Boy, what a fast worker he was. It's been a good while, a long time since we've had a pitcher, a Carthage pitcher that worked that quickly. Here's the 1-2. And that's foul back into the screen. So the count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the third. Center leading Carthage 2-1. Here's a 1-2 pitch. This one is hit to center field. Center fielder going back into his right about 10 steps and then makes the catch for out number 1, and Ross retreats to first. So Martinez flies out to center, and that'll bring up now Sam Watson, the shortstop. Watson last night, he walked, reached on the fielder's choice, walked again, and then struck out. So he officially was 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Left-handed hitter, third baseman in on the grass. And third baseman playing way off the line. Sam tries to get the bunt down and fouls it off. Now let's see if the third baseman moves now a little bit closer to the line. He was way off the line there. Definitely closer to the line and backing up some now. 0-1 on Watson. That pitch is fouled off. 0-2 now. Oh, 0-2 on Watson. Here's the pitch. This one fouled off. Boy, being a tough out right here. He keeps fouling them off. Ross with a lead at first. Here's the 0-2 outside, 1-2. Hour 45-minute time limit in these games. If you reach the hour 45 in the middle of an inning, you finish that inning. This one gets away from the first baseman on the throw, and Ross will take at least one base. He's going to stop there. John Goodwin puts up the stop sign. So that definitely will be an error there, allowing him to reach second. A low throw, and Ross takes second easily. Here's the pitch inside. 2-2 the count. A lot of room and foul ground here. I was talking to one of the West Plains fans before the ball game, and he said a lot of room here between the plate and the backstop, and that's right. Strike three call. So Watson called out on an inside pitch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Soap. Soap tripled and was left stranded in the first inning. He tripled with 2 outs and was left stranded at third base when River Leach was called out on strikes. This pitch is swung on and fouled off at the plate. Brick Soap just he's a junior. Started last year as a sophomore, so barring an injury, something like that, he's going to wind up being a 3-year starter. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Dustin Russell was a 3-year starter for the Bulldogs behind the plate, and now he's the head coach over at Tatum. Here's the pitch outside. In fact, Russell was behind the plate in the state championship year of 2009. Jim Goldman's first year, and the Bulldogs won a state championship. Russell was behind the plate that year. Here's the stretch by Horton, the 1-2. This one, ground ball left side. Shortstop has it. The throw to first is in time to get Soap, and that ends the bottom half of the third inning. So the Bulldogs get a runner there in the inning, but they leave him stranded. And so we go now to the top of 4, and the score is Center 2 and Carthage 1. We'll be back for the top of the 4th after this 60-second break.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate residents.
In the safety OQ industry that specializes in pipeline compliance for contractors, operators, individuals working in the oil and gas industries nationwide. Pintel welcomes the toughest challenges that our clients present, and we pride ourselves in always exceeding their expectations. Anywhere we're needed makes Pintel a desirable choice. Online at PintelSafety.com or call us at 888-750-8800. Pintel Safety.
Larry Allen along with Thomas Powell back here live at Bulldog Park. Thomas handling the video tonight. And we will be with you next Tuesday from Driller Park in Kilgore as the Bulldogs open district play. Bulldogs the last couple of years were in a 6-team district, and the coaches voted to play each other 3 times. So in other words, you play the other 5 teams 3 times. That'd be a 15-game district schedule. The vote was not unanimous, as I recall. Carthage and Center voted to go with playing each other twice, but there are other teams in the district had been together for a while and had played 3 games against each opponent, and so our coach and the center coach were outvoted. And so the last couple of years we played a 15-game schedule, playing each team 3 times, 14 games this year. All right, here's Ross with the first pitch, and it is just outside for ball 1. Sutton Link, the batter. Here's the 1-0. This one foul back into the screen. 1-1. We're in the top of the 4th. Remember, an hour 45 time limit in these games. That's not the case, of course, in district play. Here's the 1-1. High. 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Outside 3-1. Carthage faced the West Plains Wolves in the last game tonight. And that'll be the biggest test for Carthage in this tournament. West Plains only in their 3rd year of existence. That one's outside, ball 4, so Sutton walks. Just in their 3rd year of existence. And again, the high school is located just outside the city limits of Amarillo. Okay, John Goodwin taking a slow stroll out to the mound. We're going to take a break. Back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Josh.
You know where to go when you need a set of tires. Well, that's Carthage Service Center. But did you know where to go if your car or truck needs repair or a tune-up? That's Carthage Service Center as well. Carthage Service Center makes
Umpires walking to the mound to break up the conversation there. John Goodwin meeting with his pitcher and catcher, Ross and Soap. We're in the top of the 4th, center leading 2-1, and the leadoff hitter Sutton walked, and that's what precipitated the meeting on the mound. So now coming to the plate is Vedrine. Gage Vedrine singled and scored back in the 2nd inning. And here's a little pop-up to the second baseman. And it's caught for out number 2. Or out number 2 in the ball. And out number 1, make that. Out number 1 in this inning. Okay, so now 1 away with a runner on first. This pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. This is Caden Nutt, the DH, right-handed batter. Okay, Nutt steps out of the batter's box, look down to Robert Ellis at third. Nutt, an open stance at the plate. 0-1 on Nutt. He struck out looking his first time. Pitch out. We thought something was happening, and it was a wide pitch out. That one completely outside the left-handed batter's box when Soap caught it. One and one the count on Nutt now. Runner on first. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Center leading at 2-1. Ross definitely a more deliberate pitcher than last night's pitcher for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. And that one is swung on and fouled off on the right side. Cade Moore again, a really fast worker last night. So he was the complete game winner last night. Gave up only 2 runs on 4 hits, struck out 5, only walked 1 batter. And down at Bridge City, he went 7 innings, giving up no runs to Bridge City. Here's the pitch swung on and missed. And Nutt is out on strikes. So Nutt strikes out for out number 2. And that brings up Stockwell now. And Stockwell hits one in the air, left side. Leach calling for it, and in foul ground makes a 2-handed grab for out number 3. So Stockwell flies out to Leach. And so no runs and 1 left for the Center Rough Riders in the top half of the 4th inning. They lead it 2-1. We're going to go to the bottom of 4 now at Bulldog Park. We'll have that for you after this 90-second break.
Starting a new project? Kane Hardware and Lumber is right in the neighborhood, ready to help, because do it yourself doesn't mean do it alone. Locally managed and operated, they know your name. Walk in and they treat you like family. There to celebrate life's biggest moments right alongside you. From your first home to your first grandbaby. They're all about relationships and community, not transactions. That's what makes them locally strong. Stop in at Kane Hardware and Lumber today, 224 South Shelby. Why would you shop anywhere else?
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
Buying your new, pre-owned, or custom-built vehicle should never be a stressful experience. And at Excel Ford, our staff works hard at ensuring your buying experience is always a relaxing, stress-free event. Whether it's a car, truck, SUV, or crossover, you are always welcome to browse at your pace or custom build your vehicle at excelford.net. Excel Ford, right on the loop, right on the price.
Bottom of 4 here at Bulldog Park. And let's see who's going to lead off. It's going to be River Leach. Leach struck out looking back in the first inning. Takes one inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. This one hit high in the air out to left center field. Center fielder over to his right about 8 steps, and he dropped that one. He just flat dropped it, and that'll be an error as Leach reaches first base. Wow, he was there, had plenty of time, and we'll take it. So an E8 there. Just flat dropped that one. Okay, so now runner on first with nobody out for Cade Moore. So we got the tying run on first. Bottom of 4. This pitch is hit to left center field. Left fielder to his left. Makes the catch for out number 1. So Cade hit that one well, but right at the left fielder. And that brings up now Ezernak. Ezernak number 15. And if you're not familiar with this young man, he is a senior, Ryan Ezernak, Ezernak. Runner on first with 1 out. There goes the runner. This pitch is hit on the ground to the shortstop. Over to second for 1. Throw to first. Not in time. Did they call him safe at second base? Okay, it's going to wind up being a double play there. think they're calling Leach for interfering with the throw there by the second baseman. Okay, at any rate, the inning is over, and it's a 2-1 lead for Center. So we go down to the top of the fifth. Center 2 and Carthage 1. We'll be back after this 90-second break.
Choosing the right healthcare provider can be a difficult task. Hope Community Medicine is here for you. Whether you need medical, OBGYN, or behavioral health services, it is our mission to provide access to high-quality healthcare regardless of your ability to pay. With 5 convenient locations in Carthage, Tenaha, Center, and St. Augustine to better serve your family. Hope Community Medicine, 903-690-8395.
Since 1980, Juicy's Hamburgers has been serving up the freshest, juiciest burgers in East Texas. At Juicy's, every bite is legendary. From our hand-ground beef to our crispy fries, golden onion rings, savory beans, and mouth-watering chicken fried steaks. Everything is made fresh to order. It's no wonder Juicy's has been voted best burger in East Texas for 40 years running. Juicy's Hamburgers, where tradition meets taste.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, Easton Wolf, the leadoff hitter, leads off for the Center Rough Riders here in the top of the fifth. That was ball 1. That's ball 2 right there. So Center leading it 2-1 as we go to the top of 5. This game is part of the first annual Scott Lee Invitational Tournament. Got a chance to visit with Scott before the ball game. That one's fouled out of play. 2-1 the count. Here's a 2-1 pitch. This one is foul back, and the count now is 2-2. Couple of memories. I called. He had 4 trips to Austin. I called 2 of those. In 2005, Philip Umber was a senior, and Umber, of course, would go on to pitch in the majors. In fact, pitched a perfect ball game. Pitched a perfect game pitching for the White Sox against the Mariners. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That hit him. So Wolf, hit by pitch, takes first base, and with nobody out and the runner on first, that'll bring up Logan Horton. Horton, the pitcher for Center tonight. He is doubled and scored in the first inning. Ross looking down to get the sign from Brick Soap. And the pitch is outside. And in 2005, again, Philip Umber, who would wind up throwing a perfect game in the major leagues, he was our ace. And so, you know, at that time you went down to the state tournament and you had to win one game. You had to win the state semifinal to get to the championship game, and you got to win that first one to get to the second one in the championship game. So we threw Philip Umber, and we won that one. Pitch is outside. Throw down to second as the runner was moving, and he is safe at second with a steal. So Wolf steals second. And in 1994, that's the first trip that the Bulldogs made to the state tournament under the leadership of Scott Lee. We had a senior pitcher named Brian Lawrence. And he would go on to pitch in the major leagues. I can't tell you all the teams that he pitched for, but pitched several years for the San Diego Padres. And at that time, in 1994, that pitch is behind the batter, caught by soap. I believe I'm correct in the fact that if one coach wanted to play one game, you had to play one game, and that's no longer the case today. If when you get to the playoffs, if one wants one game and one wants a series, well, there's a coin flip to see which direction you're going to go. 3-0 the count on the batter. Here's the pitch, strike one call. But anyway, we played one game 4 straight weeks, and we won all 4 of them. 1-0, 1-0, 2-1, and 1-0. Here's the pitch, ground ball down to Leach, throw to first, in time. The runner breaks for third, and he's in there. So a ground ball to third base, and Leach throws out Horton at first base, 5-3 for the first out of the inning. And on the throw to first, Wolf takes third base. All right, John Goodwin coming out of the dugout, a little bit faster pace this time on the walk toward the mound. We're going to take a 30-second break. 30 seconds, and we'll return with Bulldog Baseball.
How's air conditioning and electrical?
Is Spider-Man there?
Well, I don't know where you can find Spider-Man.
Don't you always have something for everyone?
Well, we can help everyone with heating, cooling, and electrical repair needs. We install new systems and whole home generators, too. We don't know where any superheroes are, but we always have super prices.
Super prices? I never heard of that, superhero.
Since 1974, we've got something for everyone. Hal's Air Conditioning and Electrical. Call 903-693-7451.
All right, well, we're going to have a pitching change. Judson Tabor, number 11, who is a sophomore, a right-hander, will come in to relieve Cade Ross. So I tell you what, Josh, let's take another break. Another 30-second break, and we'll be back with the first batter to face Judson Tabor. Back after this, 30 seconds.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks, as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
Okay, so Judson Tabor, a right-hander, comes in to relieve. And again, going back to 1994, we had Brian Lawrence, who was the ace of the staff, would eventually pitch in the big leagues. And we used him 4 straight weeks and won 4 one-run ball games. Scott telling me before the ball game, and I couldn't remember the exact scores, but it was 1-0 the first week, 1-0 the second week, 2-1 the third week, and 1-0 the fourth week. We scored a total of 5 runs in those 4 ball games. This ball is hit on the ground past the shortstop into left field for a base hit, and that drives in a run. So Bellin comes through with an RBI single as Wolf comes in to score, and now it's a 3-1 ball game. We scored 5 runs in those 4 games and won all 4 of them. 5 runs total. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Throw down to second. He is safe at second base. Another stolen base. So Bellin steals second. We scored 5 runs. The opponents scored 1 run. So Brian Lawrence in those 4 ball games only gave up 1 run. And we went to Austin and won the state championship. This pitch, ground ball down to the third baseman. Leach has it. Long throw. Got him. And the runner at second takes third again. That's the second time in this inning that has happened. So Atkinson is out 5-3 for the second out of the inning. And Bellin takes third. Well, runs have been scarce in this ball game, so you don't want to give up any more. Bulldogs already are down once again by 2 runs. They trailed at 2-0. And then the Ritter home run cut that lead in half at 2-1. That came in the second inning. And then Center with a run here in the 5th, and they now lead it by 2 runs again, 3-1. Here's this pitch. This is hit well to left field. Left fielder going over to his right and makes the catch. Ezernak with the catch, and that ends the inning. But they add a run here in the top of the 5th, and the Center Rough Riders now lead it by a score of 3-1. All right, we'll be back for the bottom of 5 after this 60-second break.
Our lot is busting at the seam with new and pre-owned inventory. Hello, East Texas. Ford Blackwell here with Tippett Motor Company. New Chevrolets, Buicks, GMCs, and the nicest pre-owned vehicles around, all discounted and priced aggressively, ready for a new home in your garage. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle today at Tippett Motor Company, just across from Panola College or on the web at TippettMotorCompany.com.
Do you understand your current insurance coverage? Are you covered for all the things you need, or worse, things you no longer need? At Hudson Financial Group, we will assist you in maximizing and understanding your coverages. With access to multiple carriers, we can help you find the best coverage for the best price. Home, auto, farm, ranch, commercial, life insurance, and financial planning. Hudson Financial Group is your one-stop shop. Call us today, 903-693-7874. Hudson Financial Group, where insurance equals assurance.
Bottom of 5 here at Bulldog Park. Center Rough Riders leading the Carthage Bulldogs 3-1. Got to get some offense going here, dogs. Now let's see who's going to lead up. It's going to be Caden Ritter. Ritter with the lone run for the Bulldogs on a solo homer with 2 outs and nobody on, unfortunately, in the 2nd inning. The first home run hit out of Bulldog Park by a varsity player from Carthage, a varsity Carthage Bulldog, I should say. And I don't think any opponents hit one out last year. So that's a big blow there for Caden Ritter. And again, he was the 9-hole hitter last night and was 2 for 2, and also hit by a pitch. 2 RBIs. One of those hits was a triple. All right, so Ritter comes up now, right-handed hitter. Home run went to straightaway left. Another thing I haven't mentioned about this ballpark, and it's true of the softball field too, there's no dark spots on the field. You go to other ballparks, high school parks, and there's some dark spots. In other words, the lighting is not what it should be. Here's the 1-0, outside 2-0. The 2-0, the strike, 2-1. Here's the 2-1, strike 2. The 2-2 pitch from Horton. This one grounded down to the first baseman, right at the first baseman. About a 3-hopper, and so he picks it up, and all he has to do is take 3 steps to his left, and Ritter is out, so he's out 3 unassisted. 1 out, nobody on, and that brings up Blayton Legrone. Legrone is struck out looking. This pitch hit in the air toward right field. Second baseman out, right fielder coming in, and the right fielder makes a one-handed grab for out number 2. All right, Judson Tabor now hitting in the 9-hole. He replaced Cade Ross on the mound. Judson, a right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, open stance at the plate. This pitch fell back into the screen, and he is only a sophomore. The Bulldogs going to start district play this coming Tuesday night over at Kilgore at Driller Park. And as that is a grass field. So therefore, you know, if any rain is involved, well, could be a change in plans. Here's the 1-1. And it's high, 2-1 the count. I asked John Goodwin before the ball game. I said, if there are weather problems at Kilgore, here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's in there for a strike, 2-2. I said, are you inclined to play here on Tuesday night, then go to Kilgore later? Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Tabor is out on strikes, goes down swinging, and we go now to the top of 6. Carthage and Center leading at 3-1. Top of the 6 coming up after this 60-second break.
Are you looking for something a little different? Well, you can find it at Carthage Furniture. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a Bulldog Red upright freezer. It's a 6 cubic foot, and it's yours for just $7.19. Or you can find a bubblegum pink 2-door refrigerator. It's a 9 cubic foot and only $7.99. Carthage Furniture equals free delivery, and Rosa and Lena speak Spanish.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help you with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowner's insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discounts you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555, or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
Top of the 6 coming up here. And again, want to remind you, we want to say this several times that we already have, but remind you again that Carthage starts district play. You know, you're right in the middle of tournaments here. So the Bulldogs went to Bridge City last weekend and hosting their own tournament here this weekend. And next week they go to Jasper. But mixed in the middle of that is going to be a district ball game at Kilgore on Tuesday night. This pitch is popped up, and Tabor calling for it at the mound, right in front of the mound, a little bit to the first base side, and he makes a two-handed grab for out number 1. So Sutton pops out to the mound. One down, nobody on. Vedrine, the right fielder, steps up there now. He is singled and scored, then popped to second. This pitch swung on and missed. Tabor working from the stretch, even with nobody on. You certainly can do that. That pitch is a ball, 1-1 the count now. That pitch inside almost hit him, 2-1. The count now on Gage Vedrine, the right fielder. Comes set up at his shoulders. That one's off the plate, 3-1 now. One out here in the top of the 6th, nobody on. Here's a 3-1 pitch in there, strike 2 call. Here's the 3-2. This one, ground ball, left side. Watson has it. Throw to first. In time, got him. Nice play over there by Cade Moore on a low throw by Watson. So Vedrine is out 6-3. 2 up and 2 down. That brings up now the DH, Caden Nutt. Nutt has struck out twice. Once looking and once swinging. Robert Ellis going to go down and visit with him. Robert Ellis, I mentioned, went to Panola College. He played under Jackie Davis. longtime coach of Panola. In the year that he was there, I think it was in 89 or 90. So it's been a while. This pitch is fouled off. Don Clinton was in his first year as an assistant coach. And then Robert wound up playing for 4 teams in the majors, including the Rangers, the Dodgers, and I can't remember the other 2, but he played for 4 teams in the major leagues. Here's the pitch. That hit him. So Nutt is hit by a pitch with 2 outs and nobody on, so he trots down to first base. And that'll bring up Trenton Stockwell. Stockwell, the first baseman. Left-handed batter. Open stance. High and outside, ball 1. One and 0. Now again, this is the Scott Lee Invitational, first Scott Lee Invitational tournament, and Scott's going to be honored before this last game tonight. So you still got time if you want to come out and see that. He's going to throw out the first pitch. This one is popped up in the air, foul ground. Soap coming back and just runs out of room there. And Scott will throw out the first pitch. I asked him if he was going to throw it from the rubber. He said, no way. 1-1 the count. Scott's last year to be head coach, I believe. I'm pretty certain it was 2006. That pitch is way outside. 2-1 the count. Here's a 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Game started about 5:30, if that is correct. So we're now at an hour and 20 minutes approximately. Strike 2 call, pardon me. So now it's 3-2 count. 3-2 count on Trenton Stockwell. Here's a 3-2. This one is lined into left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Ritter was playing shallow, but not shallow enough, and that one was curving away from him. So it is a 2-out single for Stockwell. And now center has runners at first and second. And we have not been able to get much going tonight off of Logan Horton. So we need to keep this as a 2-run ball game right here. Let's see. Looks like we may have some type of a personnel change here. Robert Ellis visiting with Pierce Pipak, the home plate umpire. And so Nutt is going to come out of the ball game. And going in to replace him is number 3, Tim Johnson. So Johnson is now running at second base for the Rough Riders. Now again, Carthage trailing 3-1. Not much offense tonight for the Bulldogs, so want to keep it at a 2-run deficit. Here's the pitch. This one fouled out of play, right side. If you've never been to Driller Park, okay, you ought to put that on your schedule for Tuesday. A lot of history over there. I think that park's been around since the 1940s. This one hit back up the middle. Shortstop has it, steps on the bag at second for the force out. Watson grabbing that one. as it was headed up the middle, and he stepped on the bag to force out Stockwell. And so he is out 6 unassisted to end the inning. And Wolf, therefore, reaches base on the fielder's choice. So no runs for the Rough Riders here in the top of the 6th. We go now to the bottom of the 6th. Carthage down to their last 6 outs. It's Center 3 and Carthage 1 back after this 60-second break.
Hello from Hobby Horse. The spring fast approaching. We are excited to show our new outfits for spring and Easter. We have sizes 2T up to size 10, and we also have precious new baby clothes. In addition, there's new home decor for Easter, spring, and for the bride. Springtime is also wedding time, so don't forget about our bridal registry. We have our bridal selections available for you to peruse, and excellent service to help you with your selections. Visit the Hobby Horse today, right off the square in downtown Carthage.
When you need a set of tires, call Leo Graves at Graves Tires in Carthage. Their number, 903-693-4841. At Graves, you always save. They are located at 809 East Sabine in Carthage, which is right next door to the Dairy Queen. Now, whether you need a set of brand new name brand tires or you need a set of good quality used tires, you can find them at Graves, aligned and balanced and ready to go. And you will still have change in your pocket. That's at Graves Tire in Carthage.
Bottom of 6th coming up at Bulldog Park. Carthage Bulldogs trailing the Center Rough Riders 3-1. And let's see who we're going to send up here. Looks like it's going to be the top of the order coming up. So let's go, guys. It'll be Martinez, Watson, and Soap. Those 3 guys right there are a collective 1 for 6 in the ball game. Soap with the only hit, and it was a triple, 2-out triple in the first inning, and unfortunately he was left stranded at third base. So Martinez, the leadoff hitter in the lineup for the Bulldogs in the 1 hole, he leads off here in the 6th inning. He is grounded back to the mound and then fly to center. This pitch line back into the screen. 0-1 the count. The Bulldogs again down to the last 6 outs. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. It looks like we're going to have no problem with the hour 45-minute time limit as far as having to stop here at the end of 6. Looks like we're going to go to the 7th. Here's the 0-2. And that's high for ball 1. Squares around the butt. He takes the bat back and swings and misses for strike 3. So Martinez now 0 for 3 in the ball game. And Sam Watson comes to the plate. Watson 0 for 2. He is grounded to second and struck out looking. Again, Watson was the leading average hitter for the Bulldogs last year. This pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. A little bit of an open stance at the plate. The 0-1. Ball 1. Bulldogs now down to the last 5 outs in the ball game. Here's the 1-1. Outside 2-1. Of course, when you're down by 1 run, every man that comes to the plate is the tying run. Here's the 2-1. 3-1 the count now. Let's get on here, Sam. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Boy, I'd love to see the flashing lights here. Boy, one feature of this ballpark that you just don't see at other high school parks. That's outside, ball 4. So Watson is on. The tying run is on. So a runner on first now with 1 out for Brooks Soap. Soap with a triple in the first inning. Left stranded there when Leach struck out looking to end the inning. And then Soap grounded a short back in the third. Horton to the plate. That one's low for ball one. Go to first, runner back in there. And of course, obviously, if you're at first base right now, the last thing you want to have happen is get called out. Throw it into second. He's going for the pitch, and he is safe at second. Boy, that was close down there. John Goodwin being aggressive. And the count now is 2-0 on Soap. So now the tying runs at second with one out. In scoring position. Pitch is high, 3-0. That was a close play down at second base. As John Goodwin gave him the steal sign. Here's a 3-0 in there for a strike, 3-1. Sam's got pretty good speed, not the fastest guy on the team, but should be able to score on a base hit, you would think. Here's a 3-1. This one, ground ball down to the first baseman. He's got it. Going to run over and tag the bag, and Watson goes to third. So Soap grounds out 3 unassisted. 2 down. Again, we're down by 2 runs. So we got the tying run at the plate here right now. There's a strike. Leach struck out looking in the first. Reached on an error in the 4th inning. Remember, that's when the center fielder dropped that fly ball. 1-1 the count on River Leach. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 the count now. River just a freshman. Chokes up on the bat now with 2 strikes on him. Here's the 1-2. This one hit up and over the up into the screen here. River crowds the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside. Pitch out off the outside corner, and that's fouled out of play right side. So a base hit would not tie it up. A single would not tie it up. Here's the 1-2. This one, ground ball in the hole to the shortstop. Shortstop, long throw. Throw to first. He is safe at first. It gets past the first baseman. And here's Leach dugging for second, and he'll be in there. So it's a 3-2 ball game. That was hit in the hole on the left side. The shortstop flagged it down and then made a low throw to first. And so Watson comes in to score. We'll give Leach a single and an RBI. And then he takes second on the error. All right, and here's the Leach going to third, and he is out. Wow, I must admit, I looked down, and I'm not for sure what happened there. John Goodwin's not happy about it, I can tell you that. Wow. So with Cade Moore at the plate, oh, and that's going to be the ball game. That's the game. So evidently the time limit has expired here. And Carthage loses this game by a score of 3-2. So the Bulldogs pick up a run here. But on the time limit, the ball game is now finished. And it ended on a strange play with Leach being thrown out at third base. Okay, so I tell you what, Josh, give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes, and I'll get this one wrapped up. 3 minutes.
This is Dorothy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soap. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate residents. A leader in the safety OQ industry that specializes in pipeline compliance for contractors, operators, individuals working in the oil and gas industries nationwide. Pintail welcomes the toughest challenges that our clients present, and we pride ourselves in always exceeding their expectations. Anywhere we're needed makes Pintail a desirable choice. Online at pintailsafety.com or call us at 888-750-8800. Pintail Safety.
You know where to go when you need a set of tires. That's Carthage Service Center. But did you know where to
doesn't mean do it alone. Locally managed and operated, they know your name. Walk in and they treat you like family. They're to celebrate life's biggest moments right alongside you. From your first home to your first grandbaby. They're all about relationships and community, not transactions. That's what makes them locally strong. Stop in at Kane's Hardware and Lumber today, 224 South Shelby. Why would you shop anywhere else?
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
Friday night at Bulldog Park in Carthage, the Carthage Bulldogs and the Center Rough Riders playing Game 4 of the second day of action in the first Scott Lee Invitational Tournament. And the Center Rough Riders win tonight's ball game in 6 innings by a score of 3-2. They won it in 6 innings because of the hour 45-minute time limit for each ball game. The Bulldogs, with only 2 runs in the ball game. Let's give you the numbers. For the Center Rough Riders, they had 3 runs on 6 hits. They committed 3 errors and stranded 7 runners in the ball game. For Carthage, the Bulldogs had 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and they stranded 3. One highlight in the ball game was a solo homer by Caden Ritter. That came in the second inning, unfortunately with nobody on, and that was the first varsity Bulldog home run hit in Bulldog Park. It went over the left field wall. So Caden Ritter with a solo homer. That was the big blow in the ball game for the Bulldogs. But other than that, Bulldogs not with much offense in this one, only getting 3 hits in the ball game and scoring 2 runs. They were down 3-1 going to the bottom of the 6th. Picked up 1 run, but then fell short by 1 run, and they lose it by a score of 3-2. So glad you could join us, and we invite you to join us Tuesday night over at Driller Park in Kilgore when the Bulldogs will start district play against the Kilgore Bulldogs. Once again, your final score Friday night from Bulldog Park in Carthage, the Center Rough Riders 3 and the Carthage Bulldogs 2. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen. All right, I want to thank Thomas Powell again for his work handling the video tonight for the Bulldogs, and also to Josh back at the station. Thank you again, Josh, for your fine job. And we will be with you again on Tuesday night. Thomas and I will be, as the Bulldogs begin district play over at Driller Park in Kilgore. Hope you can join us, but if you can't, we'll have it live for you on 104.3 FM and EastTexasToday.com. Once again, the final score here tonight from Boulevard Park, the Center Rough Riders 3 and the Carthage Bulldogs 2. For Thomas Powell and also for Josh back at the station, this is Larry Allen wishing you a